Smael, we talked to Kirby yesterday about Chris Rodriguez, Kentucky's running back. What sort of stands out to you about the way he runs with the ball and the challenge he's going to present on Saturday?
Chris Rodriguez, he just runs the ball physical. Down here, hard-nosed runner, seeks contact. So tackling him, you're going to have to really bring your feet, wrap up, gang tackle, swung.
Hey, Smael, after the Stanford game earlier this year, you said you get like jittery and nervous at times at that point. Could you talk on how comfortable you are at this point in the season?
Say it again?
Could you talk about like how comfortable you are at this point in the season? You said earlier in the year after the Stanford game that you got like jittery and nervous at times.
I think I was so said I was like kind of too like hyped up. Not necessarily jittery and nervous, but yeah. Now over the past couple games, I kind of more so like play even kill. More so not too hype, not too like low.
Yes, Smael, Kirby was saying that the defense gets excited about offenses like Kentucky's a more traditional offense, one that would theoretically see in the NFL one day. What's it like preparing for that challenge, and how excited are y'all to face a team like Kentucky?
Physical practices, that's one of the things that we got to do to get ready for a team like this, just physical practices. But yeah, we like when a team's gonna just try to run downhill at us. We'll be able to, we'll just be able to play physical.
Where do you think that you've grown the most this season?
Where I've grown the most at, I would say my confidence level on the field. More so like, because at the beginning of the year, like, I ain't never started before. So now, like, I seen what I could do. I got confidence, and then just trying to build on that.
Smael, in 2 of the last 3 games, the defense hasn't been able to create any turnovers. How much is that talked about as far as going out there and trying to create turnovers?
Our coaches stress that every day in practice, whether it's if you're a DB playing the ball better or just anybody tackling, trying to strip at the ball, punch out the ball. We have drills on that. They talk about it every day in meetings and practice. It's something we've been emphasizing.
Smael, I wanted to ask, Nolan's been gone for a couple games now, been out. Has that meant anything extra for you in terms of playing on the edge? Are you doing anything differently for your position, or is it just kind of the same as always?
Nah, it hasn't changed anything in my position.
Yeah, Jalen Walker, he's played a little inside linebacker this year, repping now maybe a little bit with the edge rushers as well. What allows him to sort of bounce back and forth between the 2 position groups and play both?
I think his versatility really helps him play between both those positions because he's fast, can move around like an off-ball linebacker, but like he's a big guy too. He's strong, so he can really get on that edge, set a good edge.
I wanted to ask about Pop. How well did you know him before you got here? Was there a point watching him play last year, before that, you're like, this guy's pretty good?
Yeah, Pop. Me and Pop, I didn't know him before he got to Georgia. And then it was whenever he got here, we started talking, and then throughout time, we got close. But the first time I really noticed him, probably I think it was one of his first 7-on-7s during the summer when he got here. He caught a pick, and then I was just like, I don't know. I ain't never caught a pick in practice at that point. So when I seen him catch a pick as a freshman, I was just like, that's good. And then from there on, I just kept seeing flashes of him. Caught a pick in a scrimmage. I think it was our first or second scrimmage during the fall camp of our freshman year. So he did that, and then he's just been flashing since. And then now he's the player he is now.
You were talking about playing, obviously Kentucky's a physical and tough team. The game you guys play, it's physical and tough pretty much every week. How much about this point of the season? It's late November, it's getting cold. What do you do to stay healthy? How hard is it to stay healthy? Are you dealing with aches and pains and twists most of the time?
Yeah, a lot of people say it's the SEC, nobody's ever going to be 100% after that first game. So as far as dealing with your body, you got to get in the ice tub more, rest, sleep. People don't really take that into account as much, but sleep's a big factor in that. Make sure you're getting your hours of sleep, ice tub, getting treatment, getting being proactive with your injuries versus reactive, treat shit. Oh, my bad. Treat stuff before it gets worse, to where it's not necessarily a lingering injury. Just forget I said that. I'm sorry.
Smael, What have you seen going up against the Georgia offensive line throughout the year? I mean, the challenge that, having to face them in practice has been all year.
It's challenging in practice, but it's like it's kind of rewarding seeing it in a game. I see a lot of plays where Truss, Said, a lot of those guys, Broderick, like will be pushing a pile. I seen them running 20 yards downfield, pushing a pile. Just extra effort plays like that, like it's rewarding because I see them in practice putting in that work. So to see it pay off in the game, and then them get the national attention from it, it's really rewarding.
Smael, what makes you guys defensively very effective in the red zone?
Defensively effective in the red zone. Honestly, I can't really put my finger on it as far as one thing. It's kind of more so everybody working together. I feel like we tighten up, bend don't break whenever teams get in the red zone. We really key and lock in on the game plan to execute.
Smael, was there a game this year or a moment where you were like, okay, now I feel comfortable, I'm here, I'm a starter? Maybe just a play or a game where your confidence boosted?
I can't really necessarily think of one play where I was just like, all right, I'm here now. It's kind of been gradual. Over each game is just building up little by little by little, and then I'm like, at this point I've seen what I could do, and then now I'm not necessarily, because when I before I first played my first game or started my first game, I didn't want to be that guy to mess up or anything like that. I didn't want to let anybody down, but now I'm not. That's not really something that's on my mind. I'm more so just trying to help the team out now versus not trying to let nobody down.
Smael, what stands out to you about Will Levis and the challenge he's going to present Saturday?
He's an athletic quarterback. Got a cannon for an arm. Moves around well. So just anytime you're playing a quarterback like that, he's going to present more problems. He can extend plays. Just there's a lot of different things about him. He's a good quarterback.
Any more questions? Okay, thank you.
Thanks, Mike.